Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Bale Ikmat, and I am TIFL certified English specialist with over 7 years of literacy and curriculum expertise. Today, we are going to master one of the trickiest areas in English writing, and that is the difference between there, and they are. Whether you're preparing for your upper primary exams, WAEC, IGCSE, or the SAT, using this word correctly will help you ace your exam. So let's dive right in so you never make this mistake. So, why do these three words confuse almost everyone? The answer is simple, is that they are homophones. This means they sound absolutely identical when spoken aloud, but they are spelled differently and have completely different meanings. Because English spelling doesn't always match its pronunciation, it's incredibly easy to mix them up. But remember, each of these words has totally different jobs in a sentence. So mixing them up changes your meaning entirely, and examiners love to test this in error correction, multiple choices, and essay sections. So getting them wrong can cost you valuable marks. Let's look at them one by one. So let's start with there, spelled as THTHERE. Here is the first golden memory trick. Look closely at the spelling. There, you see a word here hiding inside of it. Here and there. Now, that is your clue. Both refer to places. We use there in three main ways. First, to point to a place or location. For example, the bag is over there or look there. Now, the second is to introduce a sentence. There is a problem. And the third is that it is used along with verbs like be, seem, or appear, such as there seems to be an error. Now, this is an exam tip. In error correction questions, okay? In error correction questions, always check if the sentence has the correct subject verb agreement. Never write there is many students. Rather, you should write there are many students. Next up is there. There. Now, this is spelled as THEIR. Now, the memory trick here is if you look closely at the word there, you see the word hair, which means to own or inherit something. So, therefore, there always shows ownership or belonging. For example, their teacher explained the rule clearly. Now, notice how there is always followed by a noun. Yes, like teacher, like homework. In modern English, we can also use it to refer to a single person to keep it gender neutral, as in, each student must submit their own homework. Now, this is an exam tip for you because there is a possessive adjective, it must have a noun before it. If there is no noun, it's likely incorrect. For instance, writing the bag is there is wrong. Instead, you must use the pronoun form. The bag is theirs. Now, for our third word, which is they are, which is spelled as THE apostrophe RE. Now, the memory trick for this one is it's the easiest of all. Just expand it because it's simply a contraction of they and are. They are. So the shortcut for there is they are. Now, the apostrophe literally stands in for the missing letter, which is letter A in this case. If you can replace the word in the sentence with they are and it still makes perfect sense, then they are is correct. For example, they are studying for their exams means they are studying. Exam tip: watch out for sentences like they are car. If you expand it, it says they are car, which makes no sense. Since a car is something people own, you must use possessive their car. Now, this is a summary of everything we've learned today. The first one is there, which is used for a place or location. And then it's also an adverb or a pronoun in a sentence. So ask yourself, when you are faced with a question and you need to answer it, the first thing you need to do is ask yourself, does it involve a place? If it does, then this is your go to there. Now, there means belonging to someone. Now, it is a possessive adjective. Now, when you're faced with deciding between which one to use, you can ask yourself, which one does it follow a noun? Now, if your answer is yes, then this is your go to. Now, this they are, which is a contraction. Now, you ask yourself, can I say they are? For example, they are excited. Yes, if it makes sense using they are, then that is your go to. But don't forget to use your apostrophe, which helps to signify that this is a contraction of they are. Whenever you're writing and feel unsure, don't guess. Just run this quick 3-step. Now, step 1, try replacing the word with they are. If it works, stop. You need they apostrophe are. If not, move on to step 2. Now, in step 2, is there a noun coming immediately after the blank? If yes, you're showing ownership and need their, like their teacher. If not, move on to step 3. Now, step 3 is it pointing to a location or starting a sentence? If yes, you need there. Now, like put it there. It's that simple. This text works every single time. Now, let's put your skill to test. I need you to take a moment and look at the sentences. For level number 1, the children forgot their lunch boxes. Number 2, put the chair over. Number 3, Dash going to the park today. Excellent. So the first answer is their lunch boxes, as in THEIR, their lunchbox. Now put the chair over there, THERE, because it is showing position. Now, or a place. Now the third is they are. They They are going to the park today. Now let's move on to level 2. Dash is going to regret Dash decision. If we apply our steps, we get they are going to regret their, which is a possessive pronoun, decision. They are going to regret their decision. Now, the candidate submitted essay on time. The candidate submitted their essay on time because it is showing possession. So here we have THEIR, and here as well we also have THEIR, because, and apart from the fact that it's showing ownership, it's also following a noun. This is an abstract noun, and this is a common noun. Now let's move on to the third one. That seems to be an error in paragraph 2. There seems to be an error, yes, because it's starting a sentence, which is THERE. There seems to be an error in paragraph 2. Well done if you got those right. Good job. Excellent. Now, before we finish, let's look at the exact mistakes examiners look for. Look at this incorrect sentence. The students left their bags in the classroom. Bags are objects owned by people. So we must correct the there with what? Their bags, which was shows possession. Now let's look at the second example of this one. They're going to fail if they don't study harder. Ask yourself, they are going to fail. Yes. So we must correct ourselves. Correct the there to the contraction. They are going to. They are going to. Now you need to train your eyes to spot this error. Let's look at I want you to look at the next one and spot the error. There is going to be, okay, it is they are they are going to present their project today. So I hope we've learned one or two things. Now you need to train your eyes to spot this error, and you will easily pick up extra marks on your exam. For parents watching, you can easily support their learning at home. Try reading together daily and pausing to ask your child which their or they are is being used and why. You can also give them a quick daily sentence challenge using the 3-step test. Now remember, always correct gently and ask them to use the test to self correct so they build confidence. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're looking for more personalized help, I am available for online lesson in both English and mathematics. Use the golden rule, practice your 3 steps test, and I will see you in our next class. Bye.